Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Noah, and in this video I am going to share another scam that I found here in the United States. I received such positive feedback on my last scam video that I made that I thought I would make another one to share more of my opinions. Here are just a few positive comments that I received on my last scam video.
Awful content. These services are usually used by restaurants with much lower pricing because they pay in bulk.
Yeah, I hope he gets sued for slander. A scam is fraud, and he used that work to clickbait and game the algorithm. A fool and their money are soon parted, but this is not a scam that he admits in the video.
Dude, it's not about your opinion. You're calling this service a scam, which it is not. Scamming is fraud, and there is nothing legally wrong with this ridiculously expensive sharpening service. You can say whatever you want, but your First Amendment right does not prevent you from consequences. Think about it. I would take this video down or at the very least change the title. Expect imminent calls from their lawyers.
With all of that being said, this scam episode is going to be centered around luxury brands here in the United States. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So a little bit of background as to why I chose to make a video on luxury brands here in the United States as a scam video. After working with a decent amount of people and their finances and all of that kind of stuff, it became clear that there was a trend that I started to notice amongst everybody. And that one trend that I noticed amongst many individuals was that there was generally expenses that were relatively high that were for one of the main luxury brands that you can get here in the United States. And I would become increasingly curious as to why this was, right? What is so good about these products, these brands that makes it so, many people that I work with are purchasing them. So I wanted to do a little bit of research for myself to see if these were truly good investments or wise decisions financially that people were making. So I wanted to start with, well, what are the brands that are the most popular here in the United States, and then kind of go from there. And I was directed after just a few searches online to this page here, right, which is a just general research on a lot of different topics and so on. But I was able to come across this chart right here, which is centered around the brand awareness, essentially how many people are familiar with all of these different brands. And I picked the top four just about. So Gucci, Chanel, Dior, and Prada. Louis Vuitton is up there as well. And these are Versace's up there, Armani. So these are all very well-known luxury brands for both beauty products, right? So makeup and clothes and handbags and so on. So this was a good start. The next step was to go to these websites, right? Go to these companies' websites and see what kind of products they were, they had on there. What is so good about these products? So let's start right here. So this is the Chanel site, right? The Chanel website. And I wanted to pick a general product for all of these brands. So I picked handbags just because it was something that I personally see a lot of, out, when I'm out and about and when I work with different individuals, I see a lot of handbag purchases. So we're going through, right? They obviously have, some pretty cool pictures going on and stuff like that. And obviously there's no prices that I can see right now. So I don't know how much each of these are, but let's say we just click on this denim thing, right? $10,000. This bag is $10,000, which is an absolutely obscene amount for a handbag. You can put $10,000 down on a house. You can get cars for $10,000, and to pay $10,000 for something that looks like was made out of, one of my old blankets as a kid, doesn't seem like the best deal. So maybe this is an outlier, right? So let's try to find another one that's maybe cool. How about this one right here? We got this white one, right? $9,400. And it looks like a camera, and it is a camera bag. Okay, so $9,000 to hold a camera that was, $2,000. Pretty good deal. Maybe we can find another one. How about, let's see. How about this? This shopping bag. It's a shopping bag that is $7,600. So the general consensus that I can see here is that these items are just obscenely expensive. And obviously I'm not going to go through their whole their whole lineup, but generally speaking, you can pick out a few, and it sets a tone for, for the company's products as a whole. And what I'm seeing here is that there's just very normal things that you can buy for absolutely obscene prices. Let's move on to the next brand right here. So this is Gucci, right? However you pronounce it, but this is a brand that I see a lot of when I'm out and about, right? It's a well-known brand. People attribute this to luxury and so on. And some of their bags, let's see, 2,400. So pretty stark difference, right? 2,400, 2004, 2007. 2005, 2003. So pretty different from 2003. Pretty different from what we were seeing on the Chanel side, but $2,000 is still a lot of money. If at least in my opinion, right? That's rent for 2 months. That's groceries for 4 months. I mean, maybe more than that. I mean, it depends on the individual, but that is a lot of money. So clearly from this, from just looking at this too, it's really expensive, right? Not as expensive as what we saw on the Chanel side, but this is, expensive nonetheless. Let's move on to the next one. So we are on the Dior site right now, and look at this bag, right? So this bag is 3,300, right? I mean, I don't care for the look of it, if I'm being quite honest. The other thing, yeah, right. So another example, right? Expensive, right? So let's see this: 4,400, 4,004, 3,006, 3,005, 3,005 for this little bag. So here is the trend as well. These are it's just expensive, right? This is months of rent, a lot of food, car payments. It is, it's a down payment on a car payment. It's really, really nice equipment that you could get. I mean, you can get a lot of stuff for the price that you would pay for this one item. So now, of course, the question that I had in my mind is, well, what alternatives are there to these bags that essentially do the same thing? So the question really goes back to, well, what is the purpose of these bags, right? So if you look, this is a shopping bag. So you spend $7,600 to put shit that you buy in, I don't know, that doesn't make much sense to me, but like these bags, right? So you put probably a wallet, right? A phone, a couple pens, some bubble gum or whatever in this bag, and it's $2,400, for example. So naturally I had the question of, why would someone pay for something like this when we have these things called pockets, right? So if I show you guys, right? So I have a phone, right? I have a phone, a pen, I don't know why I have a lacrosse ball, and I have a can, right? So if I stand up, you see, I put it in my pocket, right? Everything's in my pocket. Put that can in there. And there it is. It's all being held the same way as it would be if it was in this bag, right? So doing that was free, right? It didn't cost any money. Why would I pay for something like this, right? And I know there's a fair argument of, okay, well, I have more than that. I don't want things in my pocket. And I have a solution that I was able to think of that as well. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to show this other solution that I was able to find at a drastically different price than what we're seeing right here. This. You see this? This is another waste bag that I can throw everything that I have on my desk into, right? It can hold everything like that. Now the question, of course, is, well, how much was this bag? And the answer is that this bag was, it was free because I found it in the garage at my parents' house and I took it, right? So it was free. So at some point it probably cost $10 or $15. But my point here is that, why would someone spend this much money when the alternatives to do the exact same thing are either free, that are already included on our clothes, or extremely, extremely inexpensive by using things that we already have. And of course, there's the other point of, I don't have a parent's house, maybe, right? I don't have a bag currently. I need to buy one. One needs to be bought. What do I do then? So a quick search online, right here. right? Same things, same bags, they do the same exact thing. They look exactly the same, if not better. And look at the price on these, right? $30. These are a little bit more expensive, right? $30, $20, $20, 20% off, whatever, even 74, 120 is a far better deal than what you're getting when you're going through this, right? And the other thing, why would people want to pay this much money to have a different person's name on their bag? Why wouldn't you want to have your own name on your bag to identify to people that it's your bag? You're paying $3,300 to have another person's name on your bag. I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. And of course, this doesn't only go as far as handbags and, just general purses and stuff like that. These brands obviously have other products like belts and shoes and wallets, more specifically for males and so on. But the trend is generally the same, that they are obscenely expensive when the alternative to do the exact same thing is either free because you already have it, or extremely inexpensive because you can go online and just do a little bit of research and find things that do exactly the same thing. One more thing to note about the products that doesn't necessarily have to do with the price of them is that they generally tend to incentivize you to make this expensive purchase, right? So obviously the companies know that this is a expensive item, right? For the general populace. We know that the median income is relatively low compared to how much just living is. I've gone over that in previous videos. And this expense, the math just doesn't compute, right? Now, if you were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe this is a little bit more justified. But when the median income here in the United States is like $50,000, I don't think one item of $3,350 that is basically that can be purchased for far cheaper is a justified purchase. The other thing that these companies do, of course, is their marketing, right? So they spend millions and millions of dollars on their marketing in order to try to get you, the customer, the potential customer, to kind of bond with their item. A good example is what we're looking at right here. Obviously, this is, I think at least this is Brad Pitt. I don't know who this is, but the trend is the same. They'll pay these celebrities huge amounts of money to take a couple pictures with their item. They'll pay even more for the celebrity to wear their item in public, so they get pictures taken of them and so on. So generally, they want the consumers to say, well, if this individual is buying this product, then I need, and I want to be like that person, then I'm going to buy that. Then I'm going to buy that product too, and then we'll be one and the same. We'll be similar. And this, to me, is marketing, and there's no going around. There's no denying that. But I think as smart consumers, we need to be able to separate the product from the marketing. We need to separate the product from ourselves and really sit down and say, is this actually a good product? Is this actually worth the amount that they're going to charge for it? The other aspect that's going on, at least in my personal opinion, with luxury brands, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and so on, is that it's gotten to the point where everybody wants to be that celebrity, right? Like I said, the stuff with the marketing, everybody wants to be they want to be that person, so they'll buy it despite the fact that they financially really shouldn't, right? I just discussed this with the median income being relatively low compared to how much these kind of products cost and so on. And it's gotten to the point, in my opinion, where when you see someone that's flaunting these kind of goods, their belts, their pants, their handbags, their sunglasses, whatever, it almost becomes a little bit cringe, in my opinion, because deep down, you can likely, with reasonable confidence, say that they probably shouldn't have bought those products in the first place. And we can articulate to a certain extent that they likely want to be something more, right? And that's what a lot of this marketing does. They put these celebrities in there to say, if you have this product, you will be like them, you'll be similar to them, and so on. And if people buy into that, at least from an outsider's perspective, it just comes off a little bit fake. And the important thing to note with this is that these products, having these specific brand name, a specific this, specific shoes, belt, whatever it is, sunglasses, it's not going to augment your personality in any way. It's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to make other people see you as a better person. And that's something that I feel like not that many people understand. And that's why we see people that are essentially wasting their money on these products. I'm not saying they're not cool. I mean, sure, some of them might be not in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. But generally speaking, if there is an alternative that you can get to do the same exact thing that's going to be better for your financial situation, then that's the option that you need to be choosing. So putting all of these pieces together, I can confidently say that I personally believe that luxury goods like this get my stamp of disapproval as a scam. There are far better ways to spend this kind of money. As we saw, a lot of their products are relatively expensive, and there's going to be, the argument of, well, not all of their products are expensive. But like I said, you can look at a few of the products in a line and get a good idea of the pace of the tempo for the price of other products and so on. And generally speaking, it's expensive, right? Thousands of dollars, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars in some cases. So the important points here are that, you as a smart consumer should not buy into a lot of the manipulative marketing that these companies spend millions of dollars doing on a quarterly basis in order to get you in order to get you purchasing these products, even though you probably shouldn't be. Like I said, there are exceptions to this. If you are an individual who is making obscene amounts of money, by all means, do whatever you want with your money because you have that leeway. But generally speaking, to the audience that I have right now, statistically, we're likely all in this median range or slightly above, slightly below, whatever it may be. So I can confidently say that, if you are even above the median income here in the United States, these purchases are not likely in your best interest. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts as to why I personally believe that luxury brands in general, it goes beyond what we kind of looked at here, but generally speaking, are a scam. They don't augment your personality in any way. They don't make you a better person. They don't make you look cooler. And most importantly, they don't help your financial future. But of course, I want to hear from you as well. What do you think of my opinions on why I think luxury goods are generally speaking a scam? Please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. As always, if you've stuck around this long in the video, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I hope you were able to take something away from this video. And as always, happy financing.